When I'm working with my clients, there's one common theme that they all share, and that is they want bigger, better, more. More wealth, more advancement at work, greater responsibilities, but they're looking for more. And in many cases, what I find is what's holding them back is things that have happened in their past. They're holding on to things that happened sometimes decades ago, at least many years ago. And because of that particular situation, they're holding themselves back. They feel they're not worthy. They can't let go of what once occurred. My grandfather, who was living in rural Wisconsin, and all he did for many years was fish. But he was a man that had what I called truisms. And when we'd go fishing from the time I was a little boy, he would always say things and tell me these different stories. And one was, Stevie, there's two truisms in life you have to remember. Number one, you're going to do things, say things, have things happen to you that are embarrassing or that you regret. And number two is, you can't change number one. You have to accept it and move on. And I've always carried that with me. I found that to be a very profound statement because so many people are stuck in the past. You see, we think in images, we think in pictures, and therefore we have this strong mental picture, an image of what once occurred. We can recall it in our mind, and it looks like it happened just last night. Let me give you an example. If I asked you right now, what's the color of your front door? Is it black, white, green, red, blue, yellow? Does it open left to right? Does it open inward or outward? Does it have windows? One large window, several small windows? Tell me about the vehicle you drive, car or truck. What color is it? Does it have two doors or four doors? If it's a truck, is the bed with the cover or is the bed open? What color is the interior? You see, the minute I ask these questions, your mind goes to a photograph or an image of what I'm asking you about. You went and stood in front of your front door and you were looking at it and you were determining what color it was, which way it opened, what kind of windows it had. Probably never gave it much thought before, did you? Same thing with your vehicle, wherever it's parked. You were picturing it sitting there, looking at the color, looking at the bed of the truck. Is it covered or not? Does it have two doors, four doors? You looked in the windows to see what color the interior was. We think in pictures. I was watching a documentary the other day of a most profound story. It was a young gentleman, now an old gentleman, but when he was young, he committed murder. He was a teenager, got caught up in a gang fight. Someone pulled a weapon, so did he. He shot and killed the other individual, was incarcerated. In the documentary, he says, when I went into prison, nobody was going to tell me anything. I was a hardened teenager and I was not going to take any direction from authority. But he said, over the years, I started to see older prisoners talking about their faith. And he's like, faith? What's faith? I don't have any faith. I don't believe in anything. But he started to spend more time with them and listen to their words of wisdom, started to study the Bible. He ended up becoming a preacher. He went to school and got a degree in divinity. He became the prison preacher. He actually did a radio show within the prison to all the inmates. Many years later, he was paroled. The documentary picks up after he is paroled. He finds out he had a daughter. He'd fathered a daughter way back when. He connected with her, found out she had a daughter. He has a granddaughter. He's connected with her. He started a foundation. And that foundation was one to reach out to the at risk youth today so they don't make the mistakes he made, but also to give prisoners incarcerated hope that there is a pathway to better life. In the video, he says, I go back to that moment every day. I see it like it happened yesterday. I replay it over and over and over. But I learned to accept it. I learned to understand I can't change what happened, but I can change my story going forward. And he began to do that. And he says, I displaced those negative feelings, the anger, the vivid image I had of what happened with positive thoughts. I meditate every day. I think about my day ahead. I think positive thoughts about myself. I'm worthy. I'm good. I picture myself being successful. I picture myself helping others. And he says it gives me a comfort that has helped me to accept but bury the past and open up pathways to a new me. And it's the same thing we do in coaching. We want to open your mind to new pathways, ways to a better you. If you've got the dream, you can attain it. Let me say that again. Whatever your dream is, you can attain it, irregardless of whatever circumstances, situations, or conditions you faced in the past. You can't change them, but you can accept them and move on. Change your story. If you want to learn more, visit us at Vision Front Coaching. That's www.visionfrontcoaching.com. We'd love to help you too. Make it a great day.